Hello, everyone. Still on See the Stories. This is the signature segment of the 3-hour news show, and we're still talking about micro-expression. Still with our guest, Handoko Gani. So, Pa Handoko, these days, people are wearing masks because of the pandemic. And during some trials, we saw some defendants wearing masks. And the recent criminal case involving Ferdy Sambo and Putri Chandrawati. How hard is it to read the facial expressions of, let's say, Putri Chandrawati when she was wearing masks?
Okay, we can say it's really hard because the facial expression near the face.
Yeah,
near the face
to
be analyzed. And when we talk about the muscles of the face, basically most of the expressions are involving
mouth.
Mouth basically, mouth, and then the eyebrows. Eyebrows and the mouth. So when even though we still have the eyebrows and the eyes, and even though there's a prophet, saying that
the windows of
your heart is coming from your eyes.
Yes.
I always tell my students or my clients saying that, okay, even though the windows of your heart is in the eyes, but if you don't open the window, you don't know the heart.
That's right.
That's true.
That's why we cannot see from the eyes and the eyebrows only. We need to see the whole thing, especially the mouth as well. Now, that's why in the court, especially the judge who knows how to read the face and gestures, need to lead by saying that you have to open your mask, take off the mask, and then if it is online court, which was happening a lot during the pandemic period, really we have to arrange the camera so that it will take the whole part, at least until the knee part, so that we will see all
the gesture.
Yeah, the gesture, because at that time maybe they still use a mask. So in this particular pandemic era, gestures need to be used to support.
Yeah, I've heard about that as well. Like if you put your knees together, it means that you don't want to show the whole thing, something like that. But it's getting more and more interesting. We want to know the latest case that you're handling. Is there any specific one that you are doing right now?
In regards to corporate investigation, I have a lot of clients. In regards to the public case, Ferdy Sambo and Putri Chandrawati is one of the cases.
Oh, you're part of it.
I didn't involve directly, but I did analyze in the media. I didn't involve.
So you followed the case.
I followed the case,
like
and they
this whole
asked
nation
me.
has been.
They asked me to be the how do you call it, the expert to say that, to give my expert opinion.
Can you tell whether Putri Chandrawati has been saying the truth? I know it's a hard question, but
that is very
They're
hard.
still in trial. There is still in trial.
I just want to know.
What I can say basically is, you cannot trust someone. You cannot trust 100% of someone's statement without analyzing it one by one. So even though you are telling the truth in one particular issue, it doesn't mean that you are telling the truth in all times. So it is very important for the judge to see one by one. Even though saying that there is someone who become a justice collaborator, but it doesn't mean that all that his statements are the truth. Have to see it. Also, on the other hand, even though we know that Ferdy Sambo and Putri Chandrawati may do some lies, it doesn't mean all he said in the court is a lie. So we really have to see it one by one.
And then at the end of the day, you will calculate like the percentages, for example, whether there are more lies or there are more truths?
We will analyze it based on the most related to the case. The most related to the case. Basically, For example, if they say if they lie in regards to the time, maybe it's still okay. But if they lie in regards to who give an order or who shoot, that's
a whole
really,
different thing.
They're trying to defend themselves anyway, right? So
that's very important to see case by case.
Okay, so also that being said, you can also tell someone's personality based on their behavior and gestures, yeah?
Personality cannot.
Oh, cannot?
Yeah.
Oh, that's from...
The face reading.
Face reading.
Yeah. That's different. Actually, there are two, how to call it, two opinions about that. One is the face reading, and the other one is facial expression. Yeah. Also, there is gesture reading for character purposes, and the other one is gesture reading for knowing the emotion. What I do, or what I use, basically is facial expression and gesture expression. That's totally different with gesture reading and face reading.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just try.
Let's have a try.
Let's have a try.
Do we have this guts to do this?
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
pray for the-
Okay, we have a fishbowl over here,
Challenge
which
now.
we should draw, and we have to do, or we have to, tell a story based on what is shown in the
Paper in the
on the
fishbowl.
paper. Okay, you or me first?
Okay, I'll go first.
Oh, you go first. Go.
Let's just draw from here. I hope this is not too hard. Okay. Oops. Tell us about your childhood.
Okay, you have to show them.
Okay. Tell us
about the
your
childhood.
Oh, I need to set the period, the childhood. Let's say before 17.
Before 17.
Before 17.
13 to 17, maybe.
Okay, 13 to 17.
During my
Senior,
junior high.
junior high or senior high.
Okay. During junior high, it was quite a moment where I tried to discover myself. I didn't have the courage. I didn't have that much confidence because being so competitive in so many ways, I knew that I had a lot of weaknesses.
Yeah.
But I love to see how my strengths are, what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are. And it's always interesting, to also see it from others. What can I do to improve myself, for example? I liked to make friends at that time, although I was very shy. Yes, so my junior high friends would say right now, I wouldn't believe that Alia, the one that I knew from my junior high moment, is becoming a news anchor today because she didn't say any words in the class, I was quite diligent. I was the #1 in the class, a bit boyish. Yeah, I guess that's all.
And going on to senior high.
Senior high changed everything because I went to a different school. Actually, I went abroad and I stayed in this boarding school where I had to deal with many types of people, and I was on my own. For the very first time, I was forced to speak in English. And I became so confident at that time because I knew that, people would have a place in a society if you are confident of who you are. So you don't be too scared whether you have weaknesses, whether you are not okay. According to that person, it's all right. It's just someone's life.
Okay, what can you tell us from the story of my friend here?
Oh, okay. When you tell about your studying abroad, so basically the senior high school, there was some kind of like anger.
Really?
You feel it when you tell the story in the beginning.
Okay.
What do you feel?
What did I feel?
Yeah. What happened? Is there any memorable experience when you first moved to the country?
I just felt alone.
That's why you feel angry.
I felt alone because I was a 16-year-old girl.
And then you feel like someone, your parent put you there.
Exactly. I remember at the moment I cried for the very first time. I realized that I was so homesick because I didn't have anyone. And what I could get from my parents was just this piece of paper that my parent wrote. And perhaps if I was lucky, I could call them a collect call if I received my call and just ask them how they are. And at that very moment, I remembered I cried because, oh my God, this is how I missed them so much, and this is how I love them so much. I never realized that. And of course, yes, I felt so lonely, and I felt a bit, not belonging to that specific school because you know, I was the only Indonesian, for example, in that boarding school. So yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the examples of how microexpression can do.
Wow, I was angry at that time. I didn't know that.
Okay, it's my time.
All right, so your turn.
So I'm left with only one choice.
You don't have any choice.
I don't have any choice.
Only two paper.
All right,
Piece of paper.
tell us about your family.
Family. Oh, that's
Okay.
easy. I'm just such a family guy.
Okay, I come from a small family.
I can see that you stand a bit. Okay.
Like 4 members of the family. My dad, my mom, me, and my sister. And because it has been only me and my sister, we're so close. We're so close. We tend to do things together and stuff like that. And by any chance, my mom would always put us in the same school.
Okay.
In the same school. So we're only like 1 class apart. So if I'm on the grade 6, my sister will be in grade 5 and some things like that. And we spend most of the time together, like going to school and going out of school and stuff like that. And also, exchanging,
What?
lunch money.
Yes.
Lunch money and stuff like that.
Jan.
And that brought through to this day.
Yeah.
Like everything should be like, my first filter should be my sister. So that's how close I am with my sister. Like now with my mom and dad, since they got older and, I realized that we have been living together for like almost 33 years. 32 years. Like we've been living in the same house. And up to 3 years ago, I decided to move out from the house and just left my mom and dad on their own with the people to take care of him and her at home. And I lived on with my life and, checking on them like every single day.
Right.
And my sister is going
She
back
lives
and
abroad.
forth, Hong Kong, Jakarta, and stuff like that. And we are now like taking care of our nephew, and my nephew, not our
Yes.
nephew.
Your
My
only
nephew, my sister's son, my parents' grandson together.
Yeah.
Because he is a special kid. He's a special kid. No, so he needs a special treatment. So while my sister is out of the country, that would be my dad and my mom
And you.
taking care of him.
Yeah.
And if they are unable to do that, probably because of 1 or 2 things, I would probably,
Jump into that as
into
well.
those.
So what can you tell? Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Overall, the words that you use, you only use your father words 4 times. Okay, instead of your mother or your mom's. I don't know. Is there any particular issue between you and your father? Or
Certainly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Okay, that's enough then. That's enough.
I'm not really close with my dad.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why you only use 4 times. You only use the word of dad 4 times. This is what I learned from Emotional Intelligence Academy, where I study, Paul Ekman International School. We also have to combine verbal analysis together with gesture and micro-expression.
I
That
see.
is verbal analysis. You only use 4 words of your dad.
So it's you have to put everything together from every aspect. Yeah.
I cannot see yes, I can see the emotion of someone in the picture, but I cannot say he's telling a truth or lie, even if I don't know the context. That's why I need the whole context, including the words that he say.
I see. Wow. You're so great.
You are so good. So emotional intelligence has its own science, and you don't deal with people like Handoko Gani.
Well, I'm afraid to be your son because I couldn't lie.
Yes.
All right,
Absolutely.
Handoko Gani, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It is a fun time to
It
have
is a
you
fun
now.
one. Well, come here again and let us tell stories about our colleagues so that you will know how we feel about them and
Okay.
how they feel about us.
Right.
Please do come back and take
Yes.
care.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
having me.
All right.